Now, the following year, in 1770, one of the most famous or infamous events of this period occurs. It's in this year that the Boston Massacre happened, early in the year when it was still winter. And the story is rather simple. You have to remember, the British troops were in the city of Boston. That means they were everywhere whenever you walked around the town. So you really couldn't go about your daily life without encountering the British military might. And so it so happened that one morning, a boy began to be rude to one of the British soldiers. And the British soldier decided that he would teach the boy a lesson, so he beat him. After this, other boys from a greater distance began to throw snowballs at the British soldier. And the snowballs may have been packed with some ice and rocks and sticks, things like that, things that I know you would never do. But anyway, they began to throw these snowballs at him. As a result, 9 more redcoats, or British soldiers, showed up along with their captain, a man by the name of Captain Preston. And the crowd that began to gather around these soldiers and the boy who had been beaten in the first place and the boys who had been throwing snowballs began to kind of egg on the British soldiers, telling them to leave, telling them that they were only good for war. And we don't know exactly what happened. What we do know is that Captain Preston gave the order to beat to arms, which means to get ready for a fight. But as far as we can tell, he never gave the order to shoot, but one of his soldiers shot, and then they all shot. At the end of the aftermath, 5 civilians lay dead on the ground and others lay wounded. This was known to history as the Boston Massacre, not because it involved a huge amount of death. It doesn't really matter. When one person dies, it's just every bit as tragic as when a million die. But even so, what it shows is it shows that the British military was not meant to be in a civilian city in the first place.